Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Shermaine, aka Terramagan, is coming at y'all with some Titanfall 2 today. And in this video, I'm going to be talking directly to the individuals out there that will be jumping into Titanfall 2 this weekend via the free play weekend, and it'll be their first Titanfall experience ever. So there's a lot that I want to convey in this video, and I really hope that if you keep these in mind, that it will lead to you enjoying Titanfall 2, and it will lead to you having fun this weekend. So to start off, I'm going to try not to rant too much, but please, for fuck's sakes, don't listen, don't watch, don't intake any sort of content about best Titan, best weapon, best kid, best anything in this game. Any game in general, seriously. That doesn't help you whatsoever. Content like that does jack shit for you. The best gun, the best Titan, the best kid, the best anything in any video game ever is that / those which bring you the most success. It's that simple. It's that simple. Whatever you perform best with, that's the best thing for you in the game. That's all it is. Listening to other people say, oh man, I do really well with this. This gun is the best. Here are the damage stats. And yeah, look at the damage stats. And look at me, obviously performing really well with it, so that means that it's the best gun in the game. Use it, and I guarantee you'll see improved performance. These motherfuckers out here sound like used car salesmen. Seriously. They sound like they get you to trying to buy something or some shit. It's fucking dumb. Just because one person has a good game, or one person performs well with a weapon, does not mean it's going to automatically translate to you. That's just stupid to think that way. Don't listen to any sort of shit like that. It's not going to do anything for you. The best shit for you in any video game ever, like I said, is whatever you're best with. It's that fucking simple. Okay? Don't listen to people like that, because they're not going to help you. If you're going to watch videos remotely similar, watch guides and breakdowns, because those by nature are objective, not subjective. And that's what you want. At least with guides, they're going to just state the facts. They're going to state the information, and that should be it, right? They shouldn't be subjective at all. They shouldn't throw in their own little personal, thoughts on the thing. No, they should just be what is out there. What are the stats that comprise whatever you're looking for, and that's it. Watch videos like that. Don't watch fucking, best gun in the game. Fuck all that shit, man. Best Titan, fuck all that shit. Okay? The best teacher in life is experience. So let your experience be your guide in Titanfall 2. That's simple. I could fucking go on about this forever, but I gotta move on. The next might seem trivial, but it actually is very important. Go to the training mode, seriously. And first, fuck around with the settings, because in this update we got a lot of shit that was added. Field of view slider, 2D versus 3D fucking damage text and stuff like that, as well as a lot of controls or a lot of, I guess, options to alter your control, your feel for the game when it comes to like your controller, your inner and outer dead zone, turn speeds, all kinds of shit like that, right? And that's awesome, right? Because Respawn is just basically allowing their players to customize the feel for the game as much as possible, to make them as comfortable as possible, and that's just fucking dope. Like, that's great. So go in there and make sure everything is as fine-tuned for you as fucking possible. And while you're in training mode, seriously, practice the movements. If you've never played Titanfall before, listen. Destiny, we can go all the way back to Destiny, right? Destiny, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare, their movement pales in comparison. It's a far cry. I mean, a really far cry. It's not even close. It's clunky as fuck, okay? It's clunky and it's slow as shit. This game, this franchise, it's about seamless fluidity, non-stop movement. And the thing is, and this is true even in Titanfall 1, maybe in Titanfall 2, I think Homestead might not actually apply. You can start wall running as soon as you spawn and never stop. That's how all these maps are designed to be. As you can potentially never touch the ground. That's how the maps are designed. That's how the game is designed. So you have to be aware of that. You have to get used to that. You need to practice slide hopping. You need to practice running off of walls, acquiring a target, and shooting them. Like the exercises that I was showing people. Run the gauntlet. Run the gauntlet over and over and over until you get under 40 seconds, okay? Under 40 seconds is pretty decent. That's pretty good. If you can get under 40 seconds, because that's like the ultimate test, besides actually playing the game, of your movement skill and your just flow. Your flow, jumping off of a wall, throwing a grenade, sliding, throwing another grenade, wall running, acquiring a target as you wall run, shoot, jump off, get on the next wall, shoot, jump off. That's like the perfect place to practice the actual movement, basically kind of putting things together, minus the Titan aspect because you can't actually do that in training mode. But yeah, go into practice mode, go into training mode, and make sure you're comfortable with what's actually around you, what you're actually playing. Next, play with a friend. It's that simple. And I'm going to try to keep this one short because there's 3 other things that I got to move on to. Play with a friend so you can have more fun. You can both learn together. You can both get better together. You can both pose questions about the game to each other and figure them out together. And it's just going to be so helpful when you can play a game that is going to be crazy, that is going to be hectic, and you have another individual that is constantly sharing information with you about, my core's ready, I'm going to go flank, hey, you see that guy over there? Be careful. All kinds of shit like that. Call outs. It's just going to make the experience 100 times better just to play with a friend. So please do it if you can. Next, and this is something most people don't do, study. You got to study and learn. You got to learn about a lot of things in Titanfall 2, okay? And to go along with that, I guess I'll combine these 2 points together. Go into the game with the mindset to learn and understand you're not going to be spectacular. You're not going to be spectacular. We're talking about 2 different games here. If you split Titanfall in half, you would have 2 different games. You would have a mech shooter and a first-person twitch shooter, basically, more or less. You know, that's a terrible encapsulation of Titanfall. But I'm just trying to generalize for the sake of fucking the explanation. You have 2 incredibly different games that play very differently. Wow, that was redundant. You have 2 distinct games that play very differently when it comes to Pilot and Titan combat. But it's because Respawn beautifully and seamlessly intertwined the 2 that it's become one game, and it's fantastic. You've got to learn. You've got to learn about situations. You've got to learn about simple things like the double jump mechanic. You got to learn when is a double jump going to actually improve and add to your momentum, and when is it going to take away from it. Same thing with the slides. You got to learn about slide hopping. You got to learn about movement techniques. You got to learn about the tech to actually establish yourself as a good player and to know what the fuck to do in certain situations within the game as a pilot and or Titan. There's a lot to learn about Titanfall. There seriously is. There's a lot to learn about your pilot. There's a lot to learn about the kits, how you can counter them, what are the strengths and weaknesses, and same things about the Titan. You got to learn their fucking health values. You got to learn everything you can about your Titan. What makes you like your Titan the most? Where you're strong at. What ranges are you strong at? What ranges are you weak at? What's the matchups like? Are you going to naturally have an advantage on this Titan, or are you naturally going to have a disadvantage? And based on your advantages and disadvantages, how do you alter your style of play? How are you going to approach that Titan fight based on what you know? And that's how people learn to overcome obstacles, okay? That's how people get better, is when you learn, you ask questions, you try things out, okay? It's not just weapon on weapon in this game. There's so much more to Titanfall than that. And I can't even begin to explain it because you need to actually play it for yourself. And again, going with the mindset that you're not going to be fantastic off the bat. You're going to get killed a lot if you're not used to this, because it's not just hallways, corridors, and some open areas. No, we're talking about all 360 degrees. You got to be self-aware. You got to be fucking eyes in every part of your head, especially since the radar, well, it's actually a radar instead of a mini-map in this game. There's no actual concrete information to let you know where exactly that person is. Most of the time, you will see a dot sometimes, but most of the time you're just going to get a highlight of where they might be. That's it, just the general direction. And you have to know, you have to figure that out for yourself. And that can be tough for some people. Some people are not used to that. And you're going to die because of that. You got to learn the maps, man. You got to learn the maps, learn the player routes. You're not going to be good right off the bat. If you go in with the mindset of wanting to learn and wanting to get better and having fun, then you're going to enjoy Titanfall 2. Lastly, I would recommend that you would play attrition, because in attrition, to me, you put everything together, and it is the encapsulation of Titanfall, more so than other game modes. It's non-stop action everywhere. There's always something to do, and you will always find things to kill, whether it be AI, Titans, or pilots. There's always a way to contribute in attrition, whether it be any one of those three that I just mentioned. And because of that, you can just go from area to area, wherever you want to go. Just go boom, 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 using your movement skills like we talked about, and you will always find stuff to do. You'll always find a pilot to fight. You'll always find a Titan to fight. You'll always find AI to fight. And again, because the AI actually count towards the score, you're actually fucking contributing to the game and being a useful teammate. And because the game don't stop, the game won't stop, especially in attrition, I feel like that's going to groom you for being able to handle a really crazy, a frenzied battlefield that is every game in Titanfall. And that's pretty much it. I talked about a lot, and I really hope that some of y'all actually take these, some of y'all heed these, and keep these in mind, because I feel like if you do hold these within your head, then I think that you'll enjoy yourself. And I really hope that you do, because I think Titanfall 2 is a fantastic game, and I really wish for the community to continue to grow and just to bring in new players. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Charmaine, and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.